The Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy Universes Beyond reveal finally happened during MagicCon Vegas. There wasn't a massive showing so far, but we did get to see the two producers from both sides, Sakil Gordon from Wizards and Shoichi Ichikawa-san from Square Enix, make the set announcement. Importantly, the collab is going to include all numbered Final Fantasy titles. But are we going to get tactics? Huh? Maybe some tactics, please? Maybe? The reveal video, though, has some top-tier trolling going on with it in the comments, including Zeus here with the best stall strategy I've seen so far. Just cast summons and make them watch the cutscene. I also expect we won't see a whole lot from minigames, but they will be represented. Final Fantasy 1 probably doesn't see a whole lot of action since the art isn't quite there, but I fully expect to see a pixel art treatment for several characters from all games. What treatments do you guys think will end up in the set? What's iconic across Final Fantasy games that has to be included? I couldn't think of a way to include all of the Amano title artworks, but maybe Wizards has found one. The only specifics that were shown were a few artworks that will end up as playmats. First up was Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. Then we have Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII. And for all the Final Fantasy XIII haters out there, replay it with the speedrun guide so you can see how the battle system really works and it'll change your life. After that, we get a Moogle mailman doing his Moogle business. And probably my favorite is this Titus and Yuna playmat. Forever Titus, never Titus. Then we have one of Emmett Selk, and if you're wondering why Dawn Trail isn't as popular as Shadowbringers, just consider how horny people were for this dude, and then this is what they have now. Lastly, they got this guy. I'm curious just how many Sephiroth and Cloud products there will be throughout the set. Playmats, sleeves, deck boxes, different cards, instant sorceries, everything Cloud and Sephiroth is going to happen. And speaking of products, we know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. On Reddit, there was a reveal from LGS owners saying that they were solicited for pre-orders from their distributor, and in the FF set, there was a total of 28 playmats in the accessories section. I'm not sure what the split will be between Wizards mats and cross-branded with Ultra Pro mats, but the owner's frustration is that none of the artwork is included for the accessories, so they had to order them blind or not at all. This kind of falls in with some of the problems with ordering for a new set that Wizards has forced down. Specifically, I want to mention how they must order commander decks in sets of 2 or all 4 of each deck when there's 4 in a set usually. One of the release, one deck is really popular and might sell really well, and the other 2 are usually duds. One's kind of mediocre sometimes. So to get the stock of the good one, you usually have to have an equal amount of decks that won't sell on the shelf as well. This is why you see a lot of LGSs marking up to TCG player prices on launch day, otherwise they have next to no hope of making up that money they spent on the extra decks. I don't have a solution for this either. Wizards will protect the reveals as much as they can, and I'm sure they don't expect half the decks to fail when they design them, but that just seems to be a fact now, and I'm sorry that owners have to deal with it. Besides the cards though, there's going to be an absolute slew of products available for this set. I'm going to be chasing serialized Squall cards most likely, so we'll see if I reach the depths I went to with War of the Rings or not. And how does Wizards divvy up who is the face commander and commander precons for a specific game? Does Kefka outrank Terra in popularity so he's the face commander? Or do they stick with heroes only as commanders? I think the precon space is ripe for a deluge of product if they aim to please as many people as possible. What's kind of wild is that we have cards from the Marvel Universes Beyond set arriving before the ones from the Final Fantasy set. That main set isn't scheduled until fall of 2025, and Final Fantasy is arriving in June of 2025, and we haven't seen a leak yet of any card. But if you have seen one, let me know because I would love to see it. What's even crazier is that Universes Beyond sets will be standard legal starting in 2025, so these cards will not only be collectible, but part of the metagame for its 3-year turn in the standard rotation. So what do you think about the set so far? I think this is going to be at least the second most wild set after Lord of the Rings and possibly even more popular. Thanks for watching, and take care.